Oh, hello. It's AJ Jackson from St. Motel, and you're listening to Recess with Spinelli. Enjoy.
Lenny Goodman.
You are listening to Recess with Spinelli, WSPN 91.1 FM, and today we are here in Albany, New York with the indie pop band from Los Angeles, California, St. Motel. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thank you.
Now, your My Type EP, which was released last year, seems to definitely have got you guys a lot of attention in the past year. But it seems that most of this attention started in Europe, particularly in the United Kingdom and Italy. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. We signed with a British label initially called Parlophone. They put out the EP there, and we basically moved to Europe for about a year, and nothing really happened in the States. It was like we disappeared for a little bit, and then, it was the first time we went top 40 was in Britain. Then things started spilling over to Europe. We had our first platinum hit in Italy, and started playing stadiums in Switzerland and some crazy shows around Holland and Italy, and it was kind of crazy. And then this year we were really hoping that some of that might come back here to the good old US of A, where we live and where we're from, and it's starting to kind of come over, and it's been awesome to see that.
Is that a risky venture to do, to move out to a foreign country for the prospect of potentially getting on the top 40 out there?
Not for us. We didn't have anything really going on here, and it was always our dream to move over there. We always saw bands that we admired breaking over there, and we always kind of felt that our music drew from a lot of influences that were potentially more worldly, and a lot of which came from the UK, and it's something we always wanted to do, so we jumped at that opportunity.
This sounds really familiar. I think Cage the Elephant did something similar to this, moving out there then coming back. So the whole experience, coming back to the United States from Europe and then finally getting the attention here, is that a weird experience, having to kind of go the backdoor way to do it?
I always say in LA, we were in the friend zone with all these labels, oh, that local band, St. Motel. We were real deep in the friend zone, and we didn't get into the beyond that till we had to go away to come back to be appreciated as potential lovers.
I feel like that's happened to quite a few bands, so it's not out of the ordinary, but it is a bit odd to go to a foreign country and then be accepted and sort of become popular in this foreign place, and then come back home and you have to start from the ground up sort of again. But it's been going really well, and we feel really blessed.
So what were some of those experiences that you learned in the UK, Italy, Europe, that helped you get the attention you needed here back in the US market? I
think just the amount of touring that we had been doing really tightened us up and forced us to really lock in our stage show and our sort of ethos, which is really good for what we're doing right now, touring in the United States, playing all these festivals.
Yeah, and I think we really cut our teeth on TV in Europe, which I think for a lot of ways was great, because a lot of times over there we have no idea what was going on. We would just show up to a studio, and then all of a sudden explosions would happen, and there'd be crazy hosts in clown costumes, and you just had to roll with it.
Yeah.
and you have to learn to just kind of just savor the ride, and realize that as much as you'd like to stay in control of your band and what's going on, you can't. And I think going through that experience, although some of the experiences were a bit dizzying, I think definitely prepared us for everything we've done here in the States, the late night talk shows and all these bigger performances we're doing. I think starting over there was good for us.
What would you say was, I guess, maybe the most challenging aspect of getting your name out there, of making yourselves known, or getting out of the friend zone, if you will, back home?
The most challenging part would be for us, because we've been doing this for quite a long time, I think kind of just sticking with it, even when everything's going wrong, nobody cares about you, or nobody's interested in what you're doing. And that happened to us for a long time, or people expressed interest, but they weren't ready to be they weren't ready to take us out of the friend zone and be okay, we want to make a commitment. And I think just all those experiences combined, probably like almost like a war of attrition. Just hang in there, just keep hanging in, because we know what we're doing is cool to us, and we believe in it, and we're seeing some of those benefits now, which is cool.
In the past year, you guys have now got your songs in, or my type anyway, in the movie Paper Towns, as well as the FIFA 2015 game. So how does that feel to go from the friend zone to that level of publicity then?
I think one way to get out of the friend zone is being everywhere. I guess a good way to look at it is like a lot of people at labels where we grew up who really just thought of us as friends, being like, oversaturated with, wait, I just saw you, oh whoa, I just got this email about whoa, like, that kind of thing. So I mean, all those things are great, and really lucky to get any of those opportunities. Those are definitely things that keep bands afloat, and so far we've been lucky enough to get some pretty cool things. And there's an ad that just came out with Victoria's Secret model, and some of the stuff's been pretty cool.
When you guys first started out as a band, and before you went over to the UK, before everything started kicking off, how far did you guys think you were going to take this? How far did you want to take it?
Well, I think from the beginning we took it seriously, and we always wanted to make music that was entertaining and fun for us to play, and always hoping that other people would latch onto it and that it would resonate. So to answer your question, you can never really anticipate much of anything in this business, or probably business in general, because I guess it's such a roller coaster. So on our end, what we try to do every day is just make sure that we're having fun, and if we're entertaining ourselves and we feel like we're making fun, entertaining music, then it will hopefully latch on and resonate with other people.
Yeah, and you need a little distance from reality. I think all of us in the band are a little bit probably either insane or in denial of wanting to face real life, because like,
apparently I'm a psycho, by the way.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just like, I remember we were leaving school and we were talking about what we wanted to do, and we never really, we never had great musical mentors or a overarching plan for anything we did. Like, it was just all very kind of run and gun, and the only thing, because we didn't know anybody at some label, we didn't have an uncle that whatever, like, the only thing we could do that we could possibly attempt to try to control would be just writing the best music we could do, and we would rehearse like insane amounts. We would rehearse almost every day of the week, and put our social lives aside, and we would just leave our shitty part-time jobs and then go to a dark dungeon-like rehearsal space, and then rehearse with a sound system that was so bad you couldn't even hear anything anyway, but it got you to be somewhat proficient at your instruments, and all these things that we did for no reason other than we didn't know what else to do have all become extremely invaluable at this point. I don't think we would have been able to just rush into that if we were formed in a laboratory somewhere,
So it was definitely that labor of love for the first few initial years of just working at it just for the passion that has laid the groundwork for everything to start paying off in the past couple of years, right?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I think for me, it was like I couldn't really see not doing this in some capacity, and so I never really maybe looked at it realistically, which is good, because if you do, it's a horrible thing to think about. It's like there's a million bands, there's the record industry is dying, everybody says, and you're spending so much time in a tin can with all these people over and over, and living what many people would say is not a healthy lifestyle. And these are things that just glossed right over my head because I didn't want to think about them. I wanted to just dive into the beautiful mystery of, because maybe it's because there's so few things in life that you get a tickle about, or you get somewhat of a passion about, that's you don't know necessarily what it is, but just go into it 100%. That's, I think, kind of why I didn't look at it objectively.
Now, you guys did go to school, or at least a couple of you went to school for film, though, right?
It was a secret recruiting station for musicians, though, I tell you.
Films and music focus around the art of storytelling, right?
Yeah. I mean, really, it's like storytelling is kind of synonymous with creative expression. Like, if you're painting a painting, if you're writing a poem, it's all kind of in a way a story that you're trying to get out of your head. And film, for me, was just another thing I really enjoyed doing, another creative expression. The thing about music is it's the quickest form of creative expression that I've found so far, and it's very satisfying. And whereas like a short film or music video can take weeks or months or years.
Funny thing about making music, like you can write a song in 10 minutes, or you could write a song and it takes 4 or 5 years for it to come to fruition.
Is there something that you can portray with the video medium over the audio with a music video that would not be portrayed just with the audio alone? How do you, because you guys work on your music videos personally, right?
Music videos can be a great extension of a song, and like for us, having limited resources and being an independent band for so long, like we tended to like stretch these videos out into, we would throw 2 videos into one day, throw a photo shoot in there, like do extra content. Like we'd have, doing a music video was almost like doing everything promo wise in one thing. Like we'd have photos from it, we'd have video from it, we'd had short like clips from it, we'd have like, you know, all sorts of interesting things to kind of just help bring the song new places. It was like, it's like a boat that the song just sits in and it can bring us somewhere else. It's a good accompanying medium for a song. And I think a lot of times when you close your eyes and listen to a song, you're seeing visuals anyway. At least that's how it is, like when I come up with video ideas, I'm usually doing it in that way. So I think they go together really well.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining me, guys. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
You have been listening to Recess with Spinelli, WSPN 91.1 FM, and we have been speaking with Saint Motel from Los Angeles, California.